man. Charles Barkley tells fans, NBA fans, after the Lakers Timberwolves game, or one of them games the other night, not to watch the NBA playoffs, specifically the Eastern Conference playoffs. He said ain't nothing to watch in the East. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Boston will all win. Only intriguing matchup is he says is Cleveland versus New York. When you got somebody that speak their truth on TV, bro, it's hard. It's hard to, Charles do a lot of stuttering, but when he feel like he making a point telling his truth, he telling the truth, man. He letting you know what it is, man, that none of this is going to be interesting. It's Chicago or, I don't even know who the fuck they playing for the final 8 spot. Well, however it go, I think Miami, is taking on Milwaukee. Atlanta is taking on Boston. Philly is, I forget who Philly taking on. It don't even matter. Whoever they taking on. Well, they known to choke. That might be a little fun. Whoever Philly taking on, they known to choke. But nonetheless, he ain't telling no lie, and they was pointing out that, the NBA ratings are down. Why would he say that? Check out the NBA Talk playlist, by the way. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It's down because a couple of reasons. People choosing digitally to watch TV now. That's one reason. That doesn't go only ESPN or, basically, TNT know those digital numbers. Nielsen has no jurisdiction on apps and other digital platforms. And two, the products suck. I keep telling people that. And a lot of people don't want to believe me when I tell y'all the NBA used to be fantastic to watch, even when Jordan was like dominating it. It was a level of skill, it was a level of integrity, it was a level of physicality, it was still actual sport then. Even though it started to manifest into what you see all girls allowed. It used to be no boys allowed. That's what the NBA stand for. Now it's nothing but girls allowed, crybabies, touch fouls, ticky-tack fouls. You can't be physical. Every touch is a foul. Every bump is a foul. You carry up and down the floor. And I laugh when people say, these young people say, well, these guys are much more skilled. How are they more skilled when they can't even dribble the ball without traveling for 10 minutes? Without carrying and palming the ball. I mean, it's just not a good product. And I think people are speaking. And, nobody want to see somebody shoot 100 free throws. Nobody want to see a 6'9", 250-pound man, LeBron James, crying and crybaby and all over the court. Remember the girls back in the day used to do the cry? Nobody want to see that shit, bro. Nobody wanted to see, these dudes just do a 3-point shootout. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool when Steph do it because Steph is Steph. But everybody else doing it, you know what I'm saying? Or, other people trying to do it and you shooting 32% from the 3-point line. Now, come on. NBA, and then you don't know who playing, who not playing. These dudes load management in a playoff game. That make people not bet. And the more intriguing the matchups are, the more money get involved, the more money get bet, the more intrigue it is, the more people is watching. Right now, NBA struggling because of the products suck. It's like what they doing in with the United States and the world. Y'all wonder why everybody coming for the United States. Ain't nothing changed. United States been arrogant. They've been cocky. They call their own championships the world championships, even though it ain't. Asia ain't involved in it. The Atlantic ain't involved in it. The Australian ain't involved in it. You know what I'm saying? No other continental countries involved in it, but this one. It's what they doing. They're emasculating, everybody. Masculinity is dying. I can go into this, but it's not the time and place. Telling the truth is ugly. You know what I'm saying? And people see, the agendas that they pushing and all that stuff in other countries. Like, oh, we don't F with that. You notice a drastic shift in that agenda pushing with Obama getting in office. I'll just say that. But But the NBA, you know, is just a little girl sport now. These guys don't have skills. These guys all grew up in the AAU together, so they all love each other. There ain't no competitiveness, and they really don't want to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no real battles. I remember at least the Knicks and the Bulls and the Knicks and the Heat used to have some battles in the 90s, you know, but it's not a bad product. And people in the matchups that people are intrigued in is Golden State is an underdog. Well, they're lower seed in Sacramento, Memphis and LeBron. A lot of the people the guys that people want to see in intro is just names. And the media trying to hype it up. Oh, the LA Lakers got a chance, and they've been this before since the All-Star break, and they've been doing this, and you know, Golden State, they gonna get it together even though they 5-97 on the road, and they selling names. Names that's been grandfathered in. They new stars ain't done enough to take over the league yet. That's the problem. Somebody really ain't. Now, if Jason Tatum won the championship last year, maybe the change of the guard, but ain't nobody really took the crown from LeBron. They didn't want to give it to Kevin Durant. They exempted him from the crown because he joined Golden State, but he only just did what LeBron did in Miami. People said, well, Miami didn't beat him, and Miami wasn't one game away from this. They wasn't champions, and they don't matter. LeBron never formed a super team. Kevin Durant never would have had the balls to do it. He like, nah. Simple as that. No matter how much I want to dissect it, it was the same thing. LeBron made it comfortable. He made it cool. And it came back to bite him in his ass. But they wanted to make Kevin Durant the poster child for that, you know, of negativity. They really wanted to get a league to Zion, but we know what's going on over there. They was like, okay, we give it to Ja. We know what's going on over there. You know, Luka Mike was on the cusp of doing it last year. Devin Booker quite not enough yet. Giannis, you know, people say it was Giannis league, but, you know, Giannis he doesn't have the mystique. And he playing in Milwaukee, so, you know, it's hard to get that to them. And he told y'all he don't care about y'all problems in America. And particularly, he told y'all he don't care about that black shit black people going through in America. He said that. He said, man's my problem. I'm like, cool. I was like, all right. I ain't mad at it. You know, when John Henson went to the jewelry store, when they racially profiled him in Milwaukee, I ain't saying nothing. When people say shit like that and they start calling for the black community help when they need help, I'm like, the NBA got a lot of problems that Adam Silver got to fix. And all of them start on the floor. So, of course, yeah, I didn't really watch this season like that. I watched some highlights before I go to work or whatever. But like I said, I haven't even watched one half of basketball. The closest I was the Atlanta Hawk game a couple weeks ago in Memphis. That's the closest that I've watched the NBA all season. And you just turn it on. My Pistons suck, so they unwatchable. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I remember what it was when I was growing up. It was still competitive and, you know, still has some physicality. Now, before you blink, this motherfucker shooting 10 foul shots. You like, damn. Well, damn. But Barkley ain't lying. None of them fucking matchups intriguing. The NBA, they just think about the money, and that's why the league ruined. Instead of getting back to an organic, even overall or closer to even experience, you know it ain't no parity. They never wanted to fix not having parity. They don't want to fix they problem with ticky-tack fouls, and you know they did fix James Harden problem and took that shit out the game. Not a little touch fouls. No, let these dudes work through some contact. Every bump, every time you run into somebody, every elbow, it's not a foul. It's not a foul, but Barkley ain't lying. Shit, I don't plan on watching that shit. I got to have nothing absolutely to do. And that rarely happens. Every once in a while I'm sitting there. If I ain't got nothing to do, I'll go see a movie. I turn on my game system. I turn on a movie before I turn that shit on most of the time until unless it's an interesting matchup, I feel interesting. Or I just go to sleep and catch some Z's. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole night. Find all that in my link tree. Is the first link in the description. Peace.